This year's 46th Annual Dale Fall Festival concluded its three-day run on Saturday. Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz joins me for this week's edition of Monday with the Mayor and Inform featuring TriCap Executive Director Joyce Fleck. All of that and much more is up next here on 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. In your news, a call to a residence resulted in the arrest of a Huntingburg man early this morning after it was discovered that the vehicle he was in was reported as stolen. Huntingburg police were called to a residence in the 300 block of East 1st Avenue just after 2:50 a.m. this morning on a report of a suspicious man in a vehicle. When police arrived, they found that 28-year-old Colt Lechner of Huntingburg was inside of a vehicle that had been reported as stolen back on Thursday of last week. Police also discovered that Colt was the one responsible for the theft of the vehicle, as he had not been given permission to enter the car. Lechner was arrested and lodged in the DuBois County Security Center. He is charged with auto theft and unauthorized entry into a motor vehicle. Two area men landed in jail Friday evening after attempting to steal more than $300 in merchandise between them from a local store. Jasper police were called to the Walmart along North Newton Street in Jasper just after 10:15 p.m. on Friday evening, referencing two men stealing numerous items. The investigation found that 30-year-old Kurt Gabhart of Jasper and 27-year-old Jeremy Siddons of Ferdinand both took items from the store. Gabhart's items were worth $159.11, and Siddons' items were valued at $166.50. Siddons was also found to be in possession of a controlled substance during the investigation. Both men were lodged in the DuBois County Security Center. Gabhart is charged with theft, while Siddons faces theft charges in addition to 3 counts of possession of a controlled substance. A water main break in Huntingburg shut down a portion of a residential street this morning. Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spenner says a water main along Washington Street between 6th and 9th Streets in Huntingburg broke early this morning, which caused a brief shutdown of the road. City officials ask that residents use caution while driving through the area at this time. There is no word on what caused the break or when the break will be fixed as of news time this evening. In the meantime, a boil advisory is in effect for residents along Washington Street between 6th and 9th Streets. City officials say that residents in the area should bring all cooking and drinking water to a complete boil for 5 minutes before using. Questions may be directed to Rachel Steckler at Huntingburg City Hall at 683-2211. Saturday marked the final day of this year's Dale Fall Festival. The festival wrapped up with several big events, including the parade that took place at 2 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. Several groups, including the Heritage Hills Marching Band, the Carter Township Fire Department, and a float featuring a car to illustrate the consequences of texting while driving, made appearances in the parade. Other events held on the final day at the Dale Fall Festival included an extrication demonstration by the Carter Township Fire Department, a horseshoe tournament, hog wrestling, tractor pulls, and performances by Terry Lee and the Rockaboogie Band, along with The Hiding. Additionally, the event played host to the WBDC Cornhole Tournament of Champions later in the afternoon. Team Adapt and Overcome, composed of Mike Miles and Caleb Holfaker, defeated Team Hole Shots, comprised of Ben Messmer and Gary Matthews, in the championship round of the Pro Division tournament. Team Adapt and Overcome now moves on to the championship match of the WBDC Cornhole Tournament of Champions, which is set to be held at the Huntingburg Herbstfest on Saturday, September 28th. There were several entries in the amateur division of this past weekend's tournament as well. Team Anderson, comprised of Dylan Anderson of DuBois and Derek Anderson of Jasper, took home first place honors in the amateur division. The next stop on this year's tour will also be the final stop of the season, and as mentioned, is set to be held at the Huntingburg Herbstfest. Registration will start for that event at noon, and throwing is set to begin at 1 p.m. All times are Eastern Time. Pre-registrations are currently being accepted in the Pro Division. You can pre-register by calling 482-2727 or by going online to wbdc.us. The cost is $10 per pro team, and all members of Pro Division teams must be 18 or older. No pre-registration is necessary for the amateur division. Following the festival tournaments, a double elimination tournament will be held for the 13 teams with wins during the season or those highest in the overall points standings. Finally this evening, a Spencer County Theme Parks water coaster has taken home top honors for the 4th year in a row. Holiday World and Splash and Safari's Wildebeest water coaster took home top honors at the 2013 Golden Ticket Awards ceremony, which was held this past weekend at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk in California. The honor is courtesy of Amusement Today magazine, which presented the results of its annual survey of the best in the amusement park industry during Saturday evening's Golden Ticket Awards ceremony. Also, Holiday World and Splash and Safari as a whole took home top honors for cleanest park for the 14th year in a row. The park beat out attractions such as Disney World, Kings Island, Dollywood, and Cedar Point. In other categories, all 3 of Holiday World's wooden roller coasters were named Top 20 Wooden Coasters, Splash and Safari was named the #2 water park, plus the park's staff was named as the 2nd friendliest in the world. Holiday World and Splash and Safari will be open to the public on September 14th and 15th. Happy Halloween weekends are set to begin on September 21st. For more information, you can go to holidayworld.com or call 1-800-467-2682. Coming up after the break, Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz joins me for Monday with the Mayor, plus a cool down is set for the end of this week, that ahead in your local forecast, sports with Kurt Guxell, and Inform featuring TriCap Executive Director Joyce Fleck. That's all up next here on 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.